Hello. I I shaved. I only shave like once a week, but anyway, I shaved. And while I was in there, um, somebody dropped me off a coffee. And anyway, there's most of my mess right there. Um, I got to haul to the dump. Well, I'm going to do some big pieces. I'll lay in first in the trailer, and then I'll lay that in on top and strap it down. Um, so anyway, I bought one bundle of these cap shingles. They're almost twice as much money as our agricultural shingles, and in this color from this one company, you can't buy 3-tab. You have to buy these. Maybe I might be able to buy 3-tab from another store, different company that's close to the same color, but that one bundle was $75. The others were 43. So, but I bought one bundle, but I don't know how many bundles I need for the roof. But anyway, up here, trying to hold the camera still. You can see where the tin was. I this morning went up with tar and a couple shingles of black and three. I had two of those 3-tab shingles in a junk pile out front, so and that were still good. And I took them up with my shears and tar and climbed up and went down, and I tarred the tin and covered it with red shingles. That way, I didn't like the looks of it from the road. It looked ugly as hell, so I covered it in with red. So anyway, this part of the house is all done. And I mowed some. The rain's been certainly holding off. Looks like rain, but anyway, last night I set this up. Um, what you do is you sit and kneel, sit sort of on planks down in the staging, and you bring up to put the next layer on. You hold high on the side that you're not putting on yet, and put the end of the round pipe in the peg, and you hold the staging at a 45-degree angle, and just line up one post or one like peg, and then go over to the other side, line that one up, and then once you get them both kind of hover, just resting on that, again, 45-degree angle on the like this part here, resting on the pipe that sits on a 45, and then you just pick up the staging and it drops into place. I used to stand on top of the planks, on top of the staging, and drop the staging down in, and it's scary as hell and much harder. But if you sit down in and just hold the whole thing up on a 45, line up the two legs, and then just pick it up, it just drops right down into place. But anyway, I'm all ready to tackle the front. And here's a bunch of old shingles. They were given to me. They're all mismatched and not in that good a shape. If you bend them, they crack. But anyway, that's the tree, that's the culvert for why my basement floods, because the roots went down and plugged up the natural drain. So unfortunately, it's not a crappy tree. It's a nice tree, but I'm going to be cutting it down, and along with this maple and these two right here, because I don't want any trees here, because my septic tank's right here in the drain, and the drain for the basement. So I don't want any of these roots, so I got to cut these trees out. These little trees I don't think have much of a root system, so they shouldn't be too much of a problem. Oh. Where'd he go? There he is right there. Little caterpillar. Yeah, Louis is around here someplace sleeping. Yeah, I mowed my lawn. Just want to show off how dry this wood is getting. It was an excellent idea putting it in here. It was pretty well dry, but yeah, it's nice and dry. Oh, no cat. See how quick I can get back up to the house. Anyway, this side of the house, I went down the seam here and I tarred a couple holes. This side's not leaking, so I'm going to let it go to next year, or see how it goes, and by the time I get the other side done. Down here in the basement, that's my hardwood piled in here. This stuff was here from before, and this is the couple tier here that was in front of the house. It's all nice and dry, so I put it in here, and then I leave a gap here for airspace. I found the moisture over a year or so between the house and the wood, it likes to breathe. So anyway, I got all kinds of wood down here, but it's incredibly important that I get the sump pump adjusted so that it turns on and off at an early stage. But anyway, I don't have a huge amount of lights, so these lights here came in quite handy for piling this wood in. But anyway, another few days, week or so, I'll have this part of the corner done. Another trip to the dump, and then I'll evaluate whether I'm going to do the rest this year. I'm pretty sure I can let it go to next year because it's not leaking. And I gotta fix that drain in the basement if I possibly can. Well, anyway, cat did not show up. See you later.